Here at Paradox, we have elders who are elected by the congregation that help us do the best we can to protect and grow the spiritual life of the church. And back in 2018, we read our first public statement about our desire to be an affirming and celebratory community for the queer community, as well as for ourselves. And we have recently looked back at that and updated it. And so our elders have been retooling the statement because we are always growing and learning. So with that, we're going to read the elder statement now. Our head elder, Hillary, was supposed to be here today, but she was sick this morning. So I will be reading Hillary's part. As the elders of Paradox, we are charged to protect the spiritual life of our church. This responsibility compels us to make a statement of full affirmation of all persons who identify as part of the LGBTQIA+ communities.
We came to this conclusion after several years of extended study in the Holy Bible, sustained prayer asking for God's guidance, and a growing in relationship as a church body. Therefore, may everyone who comes in contact with us know that we here at Paradox
live with the conviction that people of all sexual orientations and gender identities are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of the divine.
Welcome people across the spectrum of sexual orientation and gender identity to serve in every capacity of our church and to participate in the holy sacraments of baptism and communion. We do this because we believe the queer perspective is vital for a fuller experience of divine love and community.
Ordain our pastors and hire church staff with full appreciation of their sexual orientation and gender identity and the perspective they bring to the ministry of the gospel.
Provide a safe environment for people to question and explore their gender identity and sexual orientation.
Celebrate the love between people of all sexual orientations and gender identities. For all who choose, our pastors will happily officiate the holy sacrament of marriage.
Embrace children raised by parents of all sexual orientations and gender identities and celebrate queer families through the holy sacrament of dedication.
We educate all children and youth about the queer experience with the understanding that some may be queer themselves. We respect queer children and youth and trust in their self-knowledge of their own identity.
Recognize the historic and ongoing violence of the Christian church towards the queer community through queerphobic theology and practices. The church bears the responsibility to acknowledge these abuses and to create an environment where people feel free to celebrate their full identities without fear.
Will not tolerate queerphobic language, action, or theological teachings, and we commit to naming this behavior when it occurs. We will work as a community to grow in use of inclusive language and to respect the individual names and pronouns, as this is crucial to creating a supportive environment for queer members of this community.
We believe that God encompasses the full spectrum of gender. To honor the gender expansiveness of God, we will use a variety of pronouns, she, he, they, and metaphors when we describe the divine.
Hold space for diversity and intersectionality in the queer experience. Recognize that multiple factors such as race, gender, ability, and class inform the queer experience and contribute to various degrees of oppression and inequality that the queer community faces.
We say and commit to all of these things in order to bring glory and honor to God, to love others as we love ourselves, and to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul.
Sincerely,